Hi. Last time we were talking about how it's important to find the right target group. You can't just sell to everybody. Now, how do you figure out who are the right people for you to be selling to? One of the biggest clues is in your existing customers. What are your best customers? Figure it out. Think about it. What are the customers that, are great business and that you love to work with, and what do they have in common? Those are the sort of traits you need to be looking for in your target group. It's a bit trickier if you've just started your business or, very recently started it and you don't really have a big customer base or experience of working with them. But I'm sure that if you think about it, there are clues in there. There are people that express some more interest than others. There are people that are more likely to buy. Figure out what identifies that group. Now, there are a few things absolutely irrespective of what business you're in that are always important in your target group. The first one is that they have to have a need for your product or service. Now, they have to realize that they have a need. It's not enough for you to say, oh, I know these people need what I have to offer. If they don't realize, then it's going to be a lot harder to convince them. So don't really bother talking to those that don't realize yet, because it's just too hard. Focus on the ones that know that they need it. You want to find people that matter to you, because it's going to make it so much easier to talk to them and market to them and service them, etc. if they matter to you than if it's somebody you really don't care for. You also want people that pay. That helps in business. You want people that pay on time, and you want people that just accept the price you've set and don't try to haggle you. And you want people that buy. You want people to buy a lot. Either they buy a lot at a time, they buy often, they keep coming back and buying more. That's what you want. You also want people that talk about you positively. You want to focus on the people that will refer more business to you. Because referrals are really one of the most powerful marketing tools there is out there. Now, you also want people that you can approach quite easily. And I mean that in two ways. One is you know where to reach them and they are reachable. So if you figure out that the best target group for you lives in mountain cabins in Timbuktu with no internet connection, they might not be the best group. You might just need to go to the second best group and see if they can be reached more easily. The other thing is as well that you need to be able to sort of speak their language. And I don't literally mean their language as in English or what have you, but I mean their sort of lingo. I mean, if you're a 65-year-old male, then maybe trying to reach teenagers into hip hop and rap is not your best bet. So you want to find, I suppose, your kind of people, because that's going to make it much easier for you to speak to. Now, also, the last thing I really want to mention is that you want to find people that you love working with and love working for, because that's going to spread. They're going to sense it. You're going to enjoy working with them. Everybody's going to be a lot happier. If you find people that sort of fulfill this criteria and what I mentioned before, you will start maybe with a tiny little group. It needs to be big enough, but start with a small group. That's fine. Really focus on servicing that group, and it'll grow, because you're talking to the right people. Everybody's happy. They're going to start talking about it. People are going to start hearing about it, and gradually that group will grow. It's going to spread a bit like a virus, really. Just, don't make it harder for you than it has to be. Don't try and talk to people that aren't ready to listen. Find these people, and I'm sure you're going to do well. Next week, we're going to talk about why sometimes you should just fire some of your customers. I'll see you then.